everyone, welcome to the SFCC Fan Club Gala, the annual event.
Finally, it's so exciting. Welcome, guys.
Welcome in your favorite anime studios. I'm with the band members today. I'm Marja, will be your host for the event today. It's a celebration that we love to host every year as a way to introduce the fan club to everybody. For some of you guys have been following us for a long time, and some of you are just newcomers, you're just discovering the band. It's a very exciting event where we get to tell you a little more about the spirit of the community. We're going to show you what is a part of the SFC fan club. Of course, we're going to reveal the package of the year.
Well, there'll be a lot of revelations today that I'm sure, because that's the real spirit of the fan club, of what this is about. So today, you're going to see here and be the great witness of this amazing place called the...
You're going to hear also pretty exciting exclusive details, so you want to be sure to watch until the end. By the way, here's a little clue of what you might see later on, but we're going to talk about it more in detail later. But yes, so today we're having also a very special contest. And so if you didn't know about it, every year as part of the membership of the fan club of the SFC, well, the band members, they offer very special gifts.
Well, it's usually Sev.
Yeah, but but you've been quite generous. That's true.
I'm the coolest guy.
You've been quite generous too.
Yeah, a few guitars.
It's true that you're the coolest guy of your band.
But it's true that
the SFCC part.
It's true that Seth likes to be featured a lot, but this time the contest, the gift we're giving away.
Weird that we say that.
No, I must admit, it's true. He has his own part in the SFC. We're going to talk about it later too. That's another story. But we're going to give away a very special guitar today. And so so if you want to show it to them.
It's in between, I guess.
It's a baby
This
guitar.
is the Mandostang. It's a really original instrument. It's an electric mandolin, so you can explore new sonorities with it. So it's really cool.
Nice.
So it's a gift from Seth, but actually it's from all the band members. So you want to be sure to watch until the very end to know if you're the big winner of the prize. And it gives you a little more time to subscribe as well. If you're not a member already, this is one of the amazing things that you can get. Yeah, you still have time until the end of the show.
Until the end of the show.
We're going to make sure to add your name to the draw.
On the roulette here.
So your name's going to be added here. And we also have a special prize for all the finalists, if you want to show Miss Sibel. So everybody that is going to have its name on the little wheel here will have the chance to win this amazing prize. So
Wow.
That's amazing.
you're at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, so sit tight.
Yeah.
Make yourself
Put
comfortable.
my name in there.
Yeah, you still have time then. You still have time
we're
to subscribe.
about to celebrate a lot of things.
Yes.
So yeah, every finalist will get this t-shirt. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's very cool.
And make sure that you share the live with your friends. It's happening now. You can chat also. We're going to be sure to pick up your comments from the chat. We like to hear what you have to say, what you think about it. And there's translation also live in Japanese. As we know, we have people gathering from Japan.
Konnichiwa, everyone. Bonjour aussi à tout le monde.
We have friends also from France, from Quebec, from French-speaking countries. So
Merci d'être là.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm going to speak a little bit in French for you guys to put you in context. Donc, comme vous savez, on est ici en direct pour célébrer la nouvelle année du SFCC, du fan club de Your Favorite Enemies. On est à la 8e année déjà.
Incroyable.
Chaque année est vraiment unique avec un ensemble d'adhésions, des packages qui sont faits ici à la main, à même les studios de Your Favorite Enemies. Donc, on va explorer ça plus en détail aujourd'hui. On va vous parler aussi de ce que ça représente, la communauté en tant que telle, ce que vous pouvez retrouver sur le site internet de la communauté en ligne du SFC. On vous réserve plusieurs surprises, donc gênez-vous pas, vous pouvez écrire dans le chat, on va prendre vos commentaires, on va les partager aussi en direct, puis il y a une traduction en français. Voilà, ça commence déjà. On a quelqu'un qui se joint du Mexique.
Hola!
Ricardo! Thank you for watching from Mexico.
That's very cool.
So we're very happy to have all of you guys here today. So make yourself at home. We're ready to tune you in on what's happening for the fan club this year.
Yeah, and I want to take some time to say hi to Alex.
Yes,
He's not here with us right now, so hello, brother. And maybe there'll be a surprising call like last year.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
This year, this show is always filled with, I don't know, a lot of I don't knows. As you guys like to do. For better or worse.
And talking about Alex, I would like to start a little bit with some news because there's been so much happening since the beginning of the year. Things have been going fast. We've seen different projects taking place, and especially with Alex, actually. He just released his solo record a few months ago, Windows in the Sky. And since the beginning of the year, well, it's been so exciting. Some people here locally, you might have seen him in the news.
And it's funny because he announced this project here on this show.
It's true.
Last year during his phone call as a you know, secret announcing and live and all that, which, as you all know, I really like. To see happening.
From the studio.
Yeah, from the studio. He was in Brooklyn with Ben, so they called us and he announced the fact that he would release a solo project, which happened last November. And ever since, it's been, you know, it's been a crazy year actually. You know, it's funny because every year I like to say, oh, this year, you know, I like to, but it's just the craziest year after year. So we've been traveling a lot. We've been, you know, we've been to Japan to launch the album in November, which was such amazing. We did 2 events over there, and people were coming, and we had sake from Japan, and we brought a few microbrewery beer. Alex has been very generous to allow me to do that.
From here,
from Quebec,
Japan.
Absolutely. Which,
especially with his love for beer.
Yes, exactly. So it was a great, you know, evening where we can exchange on a lot of bases, having, you know, sake done in Japan, and people came from the sake factory to explain. It was very, very, very special. And ever since, we did interviews. I had a chance to interview Alex, so we went really down into the project and the people, the way we're so thankful, the way the reaction and with the people, because we didn't know, you know, honestly, Alex just, you know, with all of what happened over the past few years, and he decided to, you know, in Tangier, and we all joined to go through this process with him, which was very personal to him. So it was just great and how people got into it was just fantastic and way beyond what we expected. So it's been quite a trip so far.
The journey, honestly, is not finished. And
exactly.
We announced something very exciting just a few weeks ago. You will have the chance to see this album performed live for the very first time. And
the only time, maybe it's going to be the only show.
Probably the only time. Alex has been invited to perform it as part of the Montreal Jazz Festival, which is one of the biggest festivals you can have here. So you're invited to come and join this event this summer, because yes, it's local, it's in Montreal, but as we've announced it, and we've announced it to the SFC members first, but we're planning a whole week, and I'm an SFC advocate.
I can hear that.
I want to show
T-shirt
you
on
what's
just
amazing about this community. But there's a whole weekend plan starting with Alex's concert on July 5th in Montreal. So, and I know that a lot of you guys have been booking your plane tickets already.
It's amazing. We have friends from Japan coming over from Europe.
Honestly, it's amazing. So if you want to be part of the moment, don't be shy to join, even if you travel alone. It's going to be a whole weekend organized with all of you guys. It's going to be very exciting. And then on the Saturday, Seth wants to take over and have you travel across Montreal and have you visit a little bit.
I heard you're a great tour guide. I heard you're a great tour guide.
We'll see.
You can come and see for yourself.
Don't expect to go back home.
Come anyway.
You can come and see
it's
for
at your own risk. It's going to be interesting for sure.
You're going to explore new angle from Montreal.
It's called The Last Trip.
It might be your first and your last, but we hope you're going to enjoy it while you're here. And on the Saturday night, we have a secret event. We like the word secret. We like to keep surprises.
That's what this is all about.
You're going to have details.
Unless Alex calls and tells everything
Alex
about
might
it, but
talk about
it might happen. I mean, you know.
Yeah, kind of like when you do that, when he does that.
You gotta tell him, talk about this, say that.
And also those opportunities are always a way for, to gather all the band members together, take some time with you. So we like to call them wifey weekends. So you'll have different opportunities and times to meet with the band members as well.
Yeah.
So honestly, all this to say, you have to be a part of the moment. If you're coming, tell us in the chat, invite your friends, come and travel all together. Honestly, it's going to be a very, very exciting moment. So we hope to see you there this summer.
Yeah, it's really the heart and soul of who we are. It's always been like that, to use concert and events just to gather. And we've been very blessed, seriously, over the years. People were coming to, we used to do it in Toronto once a year. We did it in New York.
Bus trips.
Yeah, the bus trips. So it's always been, and that's what the SFCC is all about. It's the extension of those amazing moments we have the privilege to share with the people live through music, through words, through, all the real heart and soul of what we do. So come over. It's going to be a great weekend. It's been a while, and we can't wait to
That's going to be quite exciting. And also talking about gatherings and creating moments, we had Seth releasing his solo project at the beginning of the year, which was quite a surprise as well, I think, for people. We announced it live from the NAMM show in California.
It was quite a special moment,
And you invited everybody on the community to come and gather for a rehearsal, so that also was...
But it was the first time people were seeing the live version of those songs, and to bring at first Jeff and Ben has brought like a really organic dimension of those songs. So the people on the SFCC were the first to listen to that.
See?
Yeah.
Told you it was good.
Told you to be there.
Told you to be there.
And you're always full of secrets. Do you have new projects coming up regarding that? Because I know a lot of people have been asking.
There's something that will follow this, but I cannot say more than that.
You cannot say more.
Oh, he's getting mysterious.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
You should love it, eh? No secrets.
Keep it that way. Definitely. Keep.
But I'm going to have you do something that you're allowed to do right now. I would like for you to pick 2 names already for the big contest today. As you know, Seth is going to give away, well, the whole band is going to give away a Mandostang guitar.
Okay. Mio Wakayama.
Right on. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so this will go on for the whole show, guys.
Yeah.
We'll pick up names like that until the very end. So that's to keep the excitement part until there. So congrats, Mio.
Toru Lida.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Toru.
Congratulations.
All right on, Mike.
So far, it might travel to Japan.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? That's quite exciting.
Yeah.
And as we said, it's more specifically a guitar that Seth is giving away. We can see images. We're going to show you images, but Seth had the opportunity to play with a similar guitar also throughout his the last months recording in studio. And maybe you can say a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's from Eastwood. It's really interesting instrument. I can show. And it's something that I would not tend to do with usual guitar, so it's cool to explore new sounds and especially that's electric mandolin, like I've said before, so you can plug it with effect and it sounds like crazy. So
a lot of noise into that. It's very cool.
So it might be yours soon. Again, you still have time. To subscribe to the fan club. We're going to add names also, so you have a chance to subscribe before the end of the show. And I was just having a look at the chat, and it's very exciting to see people saying, like, I'm going to be there this summer, or I just ordered the album. I can't wait to receive it. So, this
the more the merrier. Come.
Yes, it's true. We're going to have a very good time. And as I promised, we wanted to introduce you a little bit also of the spirit of the secret family called Club, like what this fan club is all about and why did you guys start it in the first place?
Wow, that's always the... do we have how long is the show?
Want to go for a coffee?
No, it was, honestly, I think it's a real celebration and extension of who we are and what we do. And we've been, since the beginning, as you know, social media is a real part of who we are. We always love to connect with people, but many people we wanted to just, go a little bit deeper, go a little bit further than the usual what we want to share, like on Facebook or all the others, because it's more. We wanted to go in more of an intimacy and to get it to just a more personal level. So we wanted to create our own environment where where it's people can share about whatever they want, write blogs, share pictures, and not being shy of being whether it's bullied or just getting out there. It's just a place where you get people from all around the world that are pretty much like you, who wants to talk about art, music, about life, about dreams, about everything that about lyrics of the band. There's forums in there, so we really wanted to have, since we cannot go live every single day like that.
It's possible we do that all around,
it's true.
the whole year round.
So we have, that was the goal and the spirit, and as we always do, there's no real it's not about the plan or anything. So we just let's see what happens, and it's been an amazing, years after years, journey. Thanks was where we, like Moose just said, we did live rehearsals from hotel rooms on tour, from sound checks. We did we chat with the people. We love to create this as if we could just, I don't know, just being
be
all
together
together
in
as much as possible, yeah.
And that's what's impressive because, like you said, there are people from all around the world not speaking the same language, taking the time to connect together, commenting on each other's blogs. And so we feel like it's a platform where everybody is welcome. And we've seen people sharing stuff on there that they haven't said to anyone, anywhere. They feel,
Absolutely.
we see that
For sure.
It's really like a home. It's really a house and a home where everybody is welcome also to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And it's quite impressive because you guys are already so generous also on social medias. Like you're
But
so active
that's the
on
funny
there.
part. And some people say, but there
What
is a lot
more can
more.
you share?
Yeah, there's a lot more. And we've seen recently people just opening up on very personal stuff and saying, it's the first place that I'm saying all of this because I know that here we can share.
Yeah, but there's a spirit in the community that you know that there's kind of no barrier where you can what you can talk
You're
about,
welcome,
what you can say. That it's an environment of love and respect. So it's pretty special.
There's a lot of diversities as well. So much different interests and so much different stories. So it's all bringing life through its communion.
So we're obviously big music and fans of other bands. So this is like what we've always wanted, what we would have dreamed to be part of as music fans in a band. So that's our way to give back because people are so generous and they give us so much. So we wanted to just give back. And there's the whole packages and stuff that Alex is a big fan of. Just every year, just getting down to there's a new theme every year. Yeah. There's new designs, new for the old school and new school. So it's just everything that we like is there.
That's like very exciting, and that's how we introduced also the show. Like there's a new theme, new design, but it's the same spirit. Yeah. And it's nice to see inviting people to define that spirit and what the community is all about. And like you said, Seth, there are different interests. Yeah. So we're gonna dive in slowly into what you can find on the community. What is in there? Because yes, we have the tangible package that we offer to people every year. You have either the new school or the old school package, and we're gonna introduce later also what this is all about. But you can see also, we'll talk about what is in the community on the online platform in just a few moments. But before that, I would like, I know people are excited, so I would like for you, Seth, to keep on picking names to see
to win.
who will have a chance to know, because this is major today.
Yeah, and just for people to know, we do the open house, we call it, for the next 3 days. So you can join the community, join the SFCC, Secret Family Call Club, and see what's going on. Yeah. And we're going to dive into it, but it's all open for you guys now to check it out and see what you're missing, because there's a lot.
Paul-Alexandre Canuel.
Oh, félicitations.
Félicitations.
Right on.
Pour être un musicien aussi.
Oui, exact. Donc voilà, comme je disais en anglais, vous pouvez joindre la communauté pour les 3 prochains jours. On appelle le Open House, donc vous pouvez voir tout ce qu'on fait, tous les blogs qu'on écrit, toutes les différentes sections, tout ça, c'est vraiment super intéressant. Pour les 3 prochains jours, si vous n'êtes pas membre,
vous avez la chance de venir découvrir.
Yumi Tsuruoka.
Congratulations! Yeah, this is so cool, because the worst case scenario, you get a T-shirt.
Well, which is also
I love those kind of consequences.
Yeah.
I would take those consequences more.
The guys are very generous. They don't go halfway.
Well, congratulations.
Yes. And so if you're just joining right now and you're tuning in and you're wondering, what is this happening right now? Well, we're celebrating today the new year of the Secret Family Call Club, which is your favorite enemy's fan club. So I'm here with some of the band members. We have Alex, who might surprise us with a phone call. We'll see. But so we're introducing what the community is all about, and you're arriving just at the part where we're going to tell you what is on the community, what is part of it, because there's a tangible, online website where you can go and log in and discover more about what the band members have to share, but you're really a part of it as well with your own page, I would say, like your own profile.
Yeah, as we all know on there.
Yeah, and so one of the things that we really like on the community are the digital dates.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Digital dates are a little bit like what's happening right now. We're going live, the band members are going live, whether it's for live rehearsals, behind-the-scene interviews, the beginning of the year, like we brought you with discovering Seth's solo project at the NAMM show in California. It's broadcasted at different times during the day, so you have a chance to join. And so we're going to show you a short excerpt for you to know what the digital dates are a little bit about, so you can have a clue, and we're going to talk about it a little more after.
Yeah, what was very special about this, I think it was one of the first time that Seth tolerated us. In his very, how do you call this place?
And it's my secret lab.
Secret lab.
Stone lab.
So I could,
it's the first time I invited you.
Wow.
I was surprised that you were allowed.
A couple of days was cool. I was just, what do you want, man?
It's because I asked him, can I bring my friend?
Yeah. Can I bring it? And you didn't say the name. Can I bring a friend?
But it was really cool, actually. It was the first time, like I've said before, that the people on the SFCC were listening to something different about the album, and it was like, so it's always exciting, to have exclusive glimpse of our interest, of our story, of what we've going through. So.
Yeah, when we say that we bring this inner circle of the SFCC in our environment, we bring them in the studio here while mixing or even writing music in the midst of the fire of writing music and living it. It's just, and for us, it's very special and exciting, and we're nervous,
For sure, because it's live,
Not only that, is because we live it in a very intense way, and we know how important and how amazing it can be to live it all together. And that makes a difference for us. So you guys have really an impact on us on those very important moments. And for us, it's dangerous, and we like that danger, that what it creates.
Absolutely, and to see people from all around the world, and then we join them to chat. After we so it's not just like
and people are really part of it, because if they have questions during those live moments, if they they comment, and it feeds us, and it's really an interaction that is really rich, and it's awesome.
And many times, as always, when Alex is on the chat,
it gets dangerous.
There is news.
I was talking about danger.
A lot of unexpected things happening and secret revelations.
For some people, it's surprises.
Yeah, like the jazz festival, as you mentioned, was mentioned during one of those digital dates, and the date was like July 5th. Kept on. Save the date, because that was in January, right? And we announced the jazz in March, so already the SFCC members could know.
And they knew they had to come to look out for what was coming up next.
So that's the vibe, We like to, once we're all together, everything is possible. So.
And that's the best part, because you're not just live showing what you're doing and inviting people to be a part of it, but you're really interacting with people. And
the people were there with us, to live this moment. I think that's the point of everything we're doing. It's like you're in Japan, but you're sit here in the rehearsal, we're living the moment with you, it's live. After that, we're just talking about our impression, what we feel. It's why it's so vivid and...
Well, and I want to say thank you for people watching today. We have Denis Grenier, who says very nice broadcasting, and there's Jonathan de Kaiser. He says he's watching just he's on the road, but he's watching. He's catching up where he can. So, well, thank you for joining, guys, from all around the world. And as you know, we have a special contest today. So I would like for Seth to pick again 2 names.
I like that part.
I love the...
Who's going to have the chance to win this Mandostang guitar?
Katie Martin.
Katie Martin. Congrats, Katie.
You might start playing guitar soon.
Mandolin.
Sorry for that. You need a teacher.
Yes, I should do like online digital date classes.
Tatsuyoshi Shirai.
Congrats.
Right on.
Wow, so starting to get filmed.
Yeah, this wheel is getting busy.
Yeah, this wheel is getting busy. Can't wait to spin it and to know where your gifts is gonna go. And again, it's gonna be signed by all the band members, so it's very exclusive gift you get to receive.
Yeah, and you still have time to join the fan club, guys. If you want to be there on the wheel, you can do it now.
It's your chance now.
We're gonna bring we're gonna bring a few more names along the way during the show. So do it right now.
Yeah.
Join the club. It's gonna be I don't know. It's the place to be.
Yes. And talking about another very nice feature on the community is, there's a blogging part on the community. People are invited to blog themselves, but the band members, you're blogging too. Maybe, Jeff, you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing?
Sure. I got I had the chance and the privilege to travel a lot. And And most of the time, Alex is coming with me. So, and we have such a always very significant moment, you know, because I just talk about it. My blog is called Between You and I. So I like to, you know, that's the spirit of the fan club, the Secret Family Call Club. It's these are things I would not necessarily share on my personal social media. The thing is, in there, you want to share more and go deeper. And Alex and I have this tradition where we always do a little toast before leaving, and we want to celebrate what we're about to, you know, discover and unveil during this trip. Because for us, traveling, well, for me, you know, it was never part of even a possibility in my life before I was part of the band.
It was a wish, though.
It was a big wish. Oh yes, a big wish. So every time we want to keep it, you know, real, and so every time I take the plane, I want to write down something about, you know, where I'm going, and I'm sharing, you know, music I'm listening to on the plane, and things I want to. You know, discover, touch, because it's a lot of things are related to the band, to the music, to music conferences and stuff like that. So I'm sharing about that. So I wanted to just bring people, you know, give them an insight of why I'm traveling that much and what we want to do. So it's in the SFCC called Between You and I. So every time I take the plane, going and coming back,
so he's been traveling a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna show images also on the screen of the blogs and the community. But yeah, you've been traveling a lot recently, so you've been writing a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's
this year.
inspiring because it shows you're sharing about your challenges, your vision, you know, where you're coming from and where you want to go. And I think for even for us in the band, it's very cool to read you and to see your perspective on stuff. And then it's just a great way to share and think about stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Well, and it's true because it's things that I wouldn't necessarily like. Not that everybody knows. And like we saw it, I was in Iceland with Alex. So I share. You know, bringing people in my heart and soul. So it's very cool. Yeah, people are inviting us to do it in a way without even knowing it. Just the spirit of the fan club is.
But you're inviting them as well, because most of the time your blogs start with you're listening to music, you're sitting on the plane, you're writing your whole thing, and it's and we get to discover stuff you never said before. I must admit I had a teary eye a few times. I told him it's quite but because you feel that it's personal, you feel that it's real, and we know that it's true. So
thank you. Well, that's the fan club spirit.
Yeah, that's the fan club spirit. So we're starting strong with Jeff and his personal blogs. We have Miss Isabel and Ben also have
I don't want to talk
after Jeff.
I would prefer not to talk after Jeff.
Well, it's too late. We've seen images already, so you need to talk about it.
But like we said, there's a different perspective to everything on the community. And you, Ben, you have been blogging as well.
Yeah.
You can give insights a little bit of what you've been writing about.
But what I love to do also, I'm not a big fan of talking, like you probably notice in the lives and stuff like that. But, you know, things are going so fast. And at one time, we don't have time to reflect on what happened, or moments and cues that happened to our life. So I love to take the time to stop and just to write about it with a perspective. Like when you took the time to think about it, what happened and everything. And I like to write like short blogs.
But they're very touching too, and very real, very raw, and everybody can relate to it. So that I think that's really cool too.
Well, thank you very much.
And it's good also that you're taking in questions from people because everybody can comment.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what I like has been we never wanted to be on any social media at all.
No.
But the SFCC kind of,
it's the only place I'm there.
I can write a few things for sure. And it's translated in French, Japanese, so
every language.
Thanks to all of our friends for
and it's fun because it creates discussion in the comments and everything. So it's very alive.
It is. And Miss Isabel, you've been writing too, and people have been wanting to hear more from you because back in the days you were writing blogs already, and so it's always been part of who you are. And you've been writing also recently. You can.
Well, I like to take the time to write, especially when. For example, about women. When we were in Morocco, I lived some things there that were really intense and really inspiring. And these are things I like to share, like more serious subjects, but also sometimes just like 15 seconds of videos that I like, something that just catches my attention, and then I just want to share simply. things super simple, like, you know, I had a squirrel for 3 months.
It's true.
And I shared a video of this cute thing, you know, like it's just simple and serious at the same time. This is life. This is and this is who we are. This is who I am. And sharing it with people is just, I think, opens up just discussions and just feeling closer to one another and breaking the isolation of thinking, oh, I know I should be that way. No, I'm, you know, you are who you are, and you can just share. And I think this is amazing.
And that's the best part, honestly. And we can still feel this aspect of the communion between, and even each of you discover new things about each other.
Absolutely,
while you read
for
your
sure.
blogs.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking especially about Alex. He's been writing a blog, you know, called Out for a Spin.
Yeah.
And,
Well, there we discover a lot of things.
But we discovered things about him. Yeah, I'm sure you discovered things about yourselves too.
And he writes them.
Surprise you! He writes them.
And he writes them. stood up.
You see conversations that we had about music and all that are in this blog. So
Say goodbye to
Incredible.
privacy.
yes,
You have
yes.
to. We're going to show images also a little bit for you to get a hint of what the Out for a Spin is about. But
that's very cool, though.
It's a
That's
very,
amazing.
very interesting blog. It's a series that Alex started writing where he talks about albums, more specifically vinyls, that had an impact in his life from childhood to, well, most recently we've been in youth stories.
But crazy stories. Stories
It's
about,
incredible.
high school parties and how he discovered, in fact, stories about how he discovered
Music.
music and that artist and how he got in touch with that specific album.
Yeah.
And so it's always, Alex had a very interesting and fascinating
And it's
life.
interesting because even though we spend so much time together, it's not really stuff that we talk about every day.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
we really discover each other into that, and we discover Alex a lot through his blogs.
How have
Yeah.
you been reacting when you saw him writing stuff about you or seeing pictures of your stuff in there? I know that Ben, it arrived for you more
More than-
specifically in
Well, it's
recent
always,
books.
when Alex writes you and asks you, can you take a picture of yourself with that album?
You're like, what are you
That's
going
when you
to
start wondering
When you
what's
ask question,
going
when you
on.
were like that age and you were listening to that album, I said, that's it, I'm going to be in a blog.
It's but we learned like about his. He wanted to be a
brain surgeon?
brain surgeon.
Sonic Youth
Yeah,
happened.
Sonic Youth happened, and the story that I liked the most was the Velvet Underground
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, yeah.
vinyl, and that was so funny. He was at a party and he kind of broke the vinyl, and then
Yeah,
a lot
you
of
know
things
what?
happened.
Yeah,
So
it seemed to have been quite an eventful night, that first party he was at.
Yeah.
So honestly, if you have a chance, if you haven't read it, you need to go ahead and discover what this is all about.
But
And
that's the fun of it. Also, it's really personal.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to discover him through those.
we might ask him more questions. Maybe he has another one coming up soon. Who knows? He's never short of stories to tell.
for sure.
He has a lot
For
of
sure.
interesting life experiences, and so you get to connect with each of the members, and I think that's the best part, honestly,
Yeah.
because when you like a band, you want to know more about the individuals in the band, and more specifically, and you've been opening up this way, so it's very nice for people to get to know you and to get to share with you as well.
And it shows as well how much music and arts have an impact in our life.
They've
in
shaped
people's
our lives.
life. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. And talking about music and this big part it has in your life, Seth, you have your own world,
Yeah.
kind of.
Of course.
On
Yeah,
the
because-
SFCC.
because
like how else?
first all my bandmates, were fed up for me to talk about gear and music.
So we just created
So
a
we
whole
bought
part
some.
for
best
him.
thing.
So
I
here's
have
an
my place
environment.
on the SFCC. I can talk about
Yeah.
music, gear, and sounds.
Because you need to understand one
Yeah.
thing about Seth is he's a very how can I say, he's in his own world a lot, so he doesn't speak much, but when he speaks, it's because it's about very specific things.
Yeah, and
About
And
diodes,
gear
And a
are
lot of
a
it.
huge part of it.
yeah, it's
about
what,
circuits and diodes.
yeah.
And
But it's really cool because this passion is you can share it with so many people, and even not musician, but people who just have some interest about it, and it goes far beyond just music gear. Even what we lived with at the NAMM show, what we commune with the people, it's really powerful. When you dig, you discover more than just what you can see with your own eyes. So it's why I think that's the spirit of it. We can I can show I'm doing some sounds, some music. It's music speak more than my words. So in my case,
We're going to show a video excerpt for people to discover what the Gear Up is about, which is your own personal TV show, and we're going to explain it a little more after.
So you can see Seth has his own little place, which is the whole studio.
Well, I was just happy to see your favorite enemy's signature underneath his name. A little.
I was actually surprised.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're still a part of it. You're still all a part of it.
you got to put the bad name on it.
Otherwise, you won't be on the
It's
fan.
for the SFCC.
So this is a glimpse of what the Gear Up is about in Seth's very own show. And I like that Ben is still laughing about the glimpse.
Because he knows it happened for real. That's why he laughs.
And so we want to thank you for watching, guys, also. And we have new members that have been subscribing while the show is happening. So we're going to add names also to the contest. And we want to take a time also to thank all our friends that are joining from all around the world. Merci beaucoup, Aurélie Blanchouin, qui a pris le temps de nous écrire pour dire que sur la communauté, il y a tant de blogs à feuilleter. On a aussi Pascal qui regarde la France. Merci beaucoup de regarder aujourd'hui. On est content de vous accueillir pour découvrir ce qu'est la communauté du SFCC en tant que telle. On a eu la chance de parler justement du fait que c'est une communauté en ligne où tout le monde a son propre profil. Vous avez la chance de partager. Les membres du groupe aussi prennent le temps de vous écrire, de bloguer. Ils ont chacun un peu leur façon de le faire.
Tout est traduit. Il y a on fait beaucoup de choses nécessairement étant francophone. Oui. En français, puis c'est parti. C'est drôle parce que souvent, lorsqu'on va, après les événements, quand on se rassemble d'ailleurs dans les Digital Dates et tout, et bien souvent en français, ça devient un peu...
un peu hors contrôle.
On perd rapidement le contrôle sur le chat, et puis donc on a vraiment une espèce de... On a cette connexion qui est vraiment...
Une familiarité.
Oui, une familiarité, exact.
C'est plus que la définition de contrôle change.
En fait, devient complètement inexistant. Elle disparaît complètement.
Donc, si vous avez la chance de parler français et anglais, vous pouvez découvrir. Maintenant aussi, il y a des outils que vous pouvez utiliser pour traduire. Je sais qu'il y a des gens du Japon qui font ça aussi souvent. Ils veulent être sûrs de comprendre tout ce qui se fait, mais c'est vrai que tout est traduit en français, en anglais, en japonais. Donc, on est content que vous puissiez faire partie de cette communauté-là, puis à votre façon aussi, en étant tout à fait vous-même. Puis, Jeff, toi aussi, tu as une section... personnel à toi, ou du moins ton propre show de télé.
Oui,
on sait que Seth aime prendre la place, mais Jeff aussi, toi, tu as ton propre show de télé qui est le Both Sides of the Brain.
Oui.
Oui, vas-y.
I'm going to switch in English also to just for the
For
whole
everybody
world
to
hear about it. So yeah, I have my Both Sides of the Brain. I'm very fortunate. I have my own little place, my own little kind of pub.
Your bar.
Yeah, my bar, and I like to, as you know, I'm a big fan of this micro-brewery culture, and discovered it a few years ago. And I thought it was great to just gather the whole band together. Well, Alex is unfortunately not there a lot, but then I like to, when we have a drink and we talk about, very personal, very sometimes funny but very deep stuff as well. So the idea is just to take this time, because I feel like nowadays, with time is something that is, I don't know, something just out there, and we forget to take time to do things properly sometimes, and real connections.
Real discussion.
Social media is great, and we can connect worldwide on social media, and it's amazing. We can know all what's going on, whatever you are, very quickly. But just to sit down, have a good drink, and talk, really talk the real things. And I think since I know them very well, so we've did a lot of things together for the past decade, and touring and going around the world and doing music and all that. So there's one rule on that show.
Which is?
Only one rule, and it's no secrets are allowed, and it's just...
The problem is that if we're lying, he knows.
Yeah. And then only that,
he knows the story.
If I want to hear something from them that they're not giving me, I know that,
You will ask other questions.
I will ask more questions.
Even there, you had surprises. You were, I didn't think about this, that
True.
about you. So,
so it opens...
there too.
Yeah. And now we go live with everybody, and I do my own part. Now they interview me.
Yeah, because before, a couple of years ago, you would never answer to those questions.
No,
we were the only
it was
one
my show.
under the fire of questions.
It's my show.
But now, exclusively on the SFCC, you are answering, and that is very interesting.
So they're interviewing me
Yeah.
on the fan club.
And
so
we're
it's quite
or 5 interviewers.
So it's kind of scary for me. I'm alone standing up there, dressed as a bar. I have a classy barman. I'm like
Knowing all you did to us.
Oh yeah, all I did. So I got to keep that in mind,
Yeah, true. Well, we're going to show a video to people so that they can get to know a little bit more what the Both Sides of the Brain is all about.
Et,
Ta maman?
Ta maman?
Et j'ai choisi une Canadienne du nom de Joni Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. Une autre icône.
Artiste, oui, une autre icône. Artiste, bon, on va dire folk, elle était beaucoup reconnue dans ce milieu, mais elle a fait tellement de styles, de genres et tout. Puis elle vient des prairies, de la Saskatchewan. C'est parti, elle jouait dans des endroits où, comme je vous ai expliqué, il fallait qu'elle se réchauffe les mains avec des chandelles. Puis c'était vraiment des trous, puis des places complètement perdues. C'était rien, mais pour elle, l'idée de jouer sa musique, faire de la musique...
C'était assez important.
Ouais,
C'était rien, mais c'était
grand, puis exact. C'est ce qu'elle était, c'est ça sa vie. Puis peu importe où elle jouait ou comment, ça n'avait pas de valeur vraiment. L'idée, c'était de faire ce qui était pour elle, elle est même partie après ça à New York. C'est ce qui lui a permis en plus de rencontrer plein d'artistes moyens comme Bob Dylan ou
Des petites pointures.
des petites pointures de l'époque, Leonard Cohen, tout ça. Puis même elle qui est devenue amie avec Leonard Cohen, qui lui l'admirait beaucoup. Puis elle lui a même dit, écoute, ton album, c'est très bien, mais je pense que c'est pas encore plus profond. Puis t'as quelque chose de beaucoup plus personnel à dire. Puis ça a toujours permis d'être, oui, exact, d'avoir une authenticité qui était véritable, je crois. Puis qu'elle allait te le dire aussi, justement, qui n'était pas au détriment de... L'art devait être
C'était le principe.
Ben oui, exactement. Et j'admire cette idée de justement de pas arrêter, de toujours aller plus loin, de toujours... Puis même au travers de ses albums, elle a fait du jazz à un moment donné, puis tout le monde... Parce que justement, c'était une artiste qui était complètement authentique.
So you could catch a little bit of the secrets that are being unveiled during the show.
I've seen a comment.
Let me say,
I've
yes.
seen something come through
I've
in the
received a
chat.
comment from Alex who has something very important to say. He says, Jeff never invites me to his both sides of the brain. Maybe I usually reveal too much secrets.
Voilà Alex qui dit que je l'invite jamais sur le both sides of the brain.
Parce qu'il révélerait
trop de secrets.
Ben, parce qu'il était là au début.
Ouais. Mais
Oui.
oui.
He was there at the beginning.
So maybe there's some truth to it. Yeah, maybe I gotta be honest here.
Yeah. The next episode we'll talk about Jeff's.
So I should have a head-to-head.
It's true.
And
You
with
should do
Alex
something special.
and-
But
and
Alex
see.
is always joining in some ways. He's been sending you
Yeah, for
beers.
sure. Yeah.
And so you open
Participate.
packages. Yes.
Yeah, the first one we did, we opened this season. He sent us whiskey from Virginia,
Yes.
different stuff and all that. So yeah,
Maybe it's his way,
he's
like
part
to
of
say,
it.
like,
Yeah, for sure. So,
Invite
but I'm happy to see you there, brother. It's good to see you in the chat.
It's nice to see you here. And so, Jeff, if you'd like to, we'd like to pick two names for the contest to give more chance to people to be a part of it. And also give a little break to Jeff. He's been unveiling a lot. He's been unveiled on both sides of the brain. So I think he's a little bit shy now that his secrets are out.
Adrien Les Tourneaux.
Félicitations.
Adrien.
Félicitations.
Wow, très cool.
Chance de gagner la guitare.
Yes.
La mandoline.
La mandoline.
La mandoline.
Motoko Inada.
Congrats, Motoko.
Congratulations.
Very cool.
Congrats, Motoko.
All right.
And
Yeah, so if you just joined, just maybe you can join the fan club anytime you like.
yeah,
You get a chance to get your name on the wheel.
There's
Still have
some
time.
place.
The show's still going
A
on
little bit of time.
until the
Also
very
get a
end.
T-shirt.
Yes.
So everybody that is on the wheel, his name is on the wheel, will have a chance to win a T-shirt designed and crafted by the members of your favorite enemies. And so before we go into showing you all the packages, what everything is all about, I want to talk about one last thing that is really interesting on the community, and it's the iView magazine.
Yes, the most interesting thing to me.
Well, it's a big thing.
It's a
It
big
is a
thing, yeah,
I love
yeah.
that.
And I think it sums up a lot of what we live
Yeah.
in the SFCC and what we want to share with people.
Yeah, it's a magazine that the band members have launched
Yep.
just a few months ago. There are several editions. Some at first were exclusive to the Secret Family Call Club members, so you could find them on the community. And it's very interesting because you have in-depth interviews, whether about the studio, traveling. Also, Jeff is
Yep.
traveling a lot. And most recently, there was a public edition, special edition, The Art of Deconstruction, which
Yeah.
was about Seth's album. But it was going even beyond just Seth. It was about all the band. You guys have been asking questions also about how it's going between the band members. So how was it for you guys to be a part of this special edition?
Well, it was the whole iView thing is very cool. We call it the iView because in the fan club there's someone called the I, which reveals sometimes secrets, shares tricks, and is like some kind of entity, something. Nobody, we don't know who it is really. And the idea is some kind of, that's the point is we go like, we share about, we play video games a lot, so we share about those things. And we even, TV series that we're watching, stuff we love.
Things that touches us.
Yeah, exactly. And we talk about even people that now, sadly, many people are passing away with the past few years, and a lot of those were inspirations for us. So we mentioned those things. So it's kind of another extension, where people can read a lot about what inspires us and what brings. And like you mentioned, there was a special edition for Seth's album, like an interview.
There's new angles, to what people maybe not know about it. We talk about all the implication of the guys, of my album. So it's reflecting. There's a lot to dig in it, and there's a lot of things to discover that maybe people from outside will not hear about.
And people have questions for us as well. They wanted to know, since we released Alex's album, as you mentioned, Seth's album, so what about the band? What about your favorite enemies? What's going on? So we
answer a lot of those questions.
So we answer questions like that. We're gonna just go as deep as people, are asking us. So you will find a lot of insights in it. But the cool thing is you can read it, and it's interactive. There's videos.
We can show images on the screen because what's nice is that it's interactive. You find it on a community, but you get it. You can get it on your devices. You can click on videos, and then it's very interactive, and it's translated also. It's available in French, Japanese, English.
Absolutely.
And there's no censorship. That's the best part, I think. But for real, because it's your magazine.
That's who we are. We don't like to. Otherwise, why do it? If we're just to say the nice things and go say
or just repeat.
Just go shallow and
we're getting a phone call.
Am I accepting?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hey!
Alex!
Listen to this guy.
How are you?
Good, and you? I keep hearing my name.
Yeah, well, you're very present.
Well, thanks for sending a comment.
So I feel like I had to call, and I hope I respected the cue I had.
Well, your cue is you call whenever you want.
That was pretty respected,
You're right on time, right on time.
You're a free spirit.
Nice. How are you guys?
Well,
Good,
very
awesome,
good.
good.
It's always exciting to celebrate, a little bit of who we are and what we do in a daily life with everybody. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
You look great. You look great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, worked very hard on it.
I knew you were talking to me.
I think that we're person. Yeah. But you, where are you?
Vous devriez parler un peu plus en français.
Oui, tout à fait. Tout à fait. Donc.
Ouais, en fait, je vous appelais juste pour pouvoir me plaindre.
Mettre de l'or dans ce show-là.
C'est ton faux numéro.
Non seulement ça, mais tu sais, je trouve que bon. C'est, tout ce qui est partagé, c'est bien. Un peu surfait, oui, à la limite, mais j'ai dit, c'est peut-être bien qu'on puisse partager un petit peu en français, on est quand même francophone, mais c'est simplement c'était ma ligne éditoriale du matin. Donc,
bon, voilà, c'est ça, c'est bon.
Vous avez été
donc,
entendu.
je vous rappelle lorsqu'on sera live.
Alex.
On est live, là.
Ah, ok.
Oui.
So, yeah, I'm still in Virginia right now. So,
Nice.
It's very peaceful here, so I'm very happy to be here. Actually, I call this thing, my sanity hideout, where when it's time to really run away from the noise, and it's not like there's not in my life.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You do sound sane.
Do I?
Yes.
Yeah. We're not spending a lot of time together, that's why maybe.
Exactly.
Well,
You're at peace.
I'm very happy that you still remember me, so that's, it's still a good thing. You haven't photoshopped me from all the band's pictures, so that's also a good sign. So I guess I'm still part of the project.
You are.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. We definitely.
And we were just introducing also your latest news, also the release of your solo record, which we're very proud of. And we can show to the screen at the same time. Jeff is going to show. We're here supporting you, Alex,
Amazing work,
with your project. We've invited people also to come July 5th. You remember that chat, July 5th? Inviting people to
that's going to be a very special moment. Yeah, because honestly, since we, and that's one of the reasons also I'm very happy and blessed to be here. to take a little moment away, because the record is very, very personal and very intimate, and I wasn't very expecting everything that kind of followed. So, and I was like, got a little bit off guard, if I'm very honest. So I had to like, okay, just to process it all and just to be able to, I don't know, just to say, okay, well, you know, it took me a lot just to release it. And then after that, just to, okay, well, now it's time for, you need to be as generous with others as they are with you. And once you share music in that kind of very intimate project, you need to also to receive what other people are seeing, what their feelings. So that was something that I was very, very happy to be able to do and take the time to do it. So that's the reason being here, is just like, it's perfect, you know. So, and among other things that I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about, because it's not like both sides of the brain.
Well, usually announce stuff also on that show. I vouch for you,
brother.
Go ahead.
Mais ouais, j'ai commencé un peu doucement à commencer l'écriture de la suite. J'avais envie de faire j'ai seulement lancé l'album au Canada, bien qu'il soit disponible sur notre store. J'ai eu envie par la suite, à travers tous les commentaires des gens, tout ça, j'ai eu envie de pouvoir donner vie à certaines chansons que j'avais peut-être pas eu le courage d'amener jusqu'au bout dans la première en guillemets, phase d'écriture. Donc, je suis doucement en train de mettre de l'ordre dans tout ça, de voir qu'est-ce que j'aurais voulu partager. Donc, c'est vraiment spécial. Puis en même temps, d'être ici en Virginie, ça me permet aussi de pouvoir vraiment juste focusser sur les émotions, de pouvoir simplement me permettre d'être guidé par pas seulement ce que j'ai envie de partager, mais ce que je sens qui est important de partager. So what I just said is, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it, even I already said it in French, but I'm also here to write, to complete some of the songs that I started when we were like initially working on Windows in the Sky. And so songs that I wasn't very, I didn't feel I had enough like guts or courage to go through. And now I feel like, especially with all the messages we shared with people and those very, very heartfelt connections. So now I feel like I'm more, not maybe more prepared, but I feel like I'm more inclined to go in places where I wasn't ready to go before. So that's why also being here, it's such a blessing, because it's perfect for me just to dwell in those emotions and just to say, well, okay, because there's always a price to honesty, and it's sometimes it needs to be you need to be in a quiet place to hear noises that you never really heard before, or that you never really wanted to pay attention to. So that's pretty much the vibe that I'm in. So for the international release, because since it was only released in Canada, because I don't feel I had like enough guts to go all in. So a lot of people were asking me though, so when are you envisioning like an international release? So, and I think that it's all together with all the people that welcomed the record, that I think that everybody it was such a stream of life that we all went to that natural decision to release something that would be like on an international level. So that's very cool, because it's really that connection, that honest connection with everybody that really led me to go there, and very naturally, without being forced or without being like having to do it for the sake of whatever, the business of it all. So that's why I'm very fortunate, I'm very lucky, I'm very happy to be able to connect such a very, very, very deep and personal level with everybody. So that's what's going on here. I don't want to, you know, it was like everybody was like all into the SFCC and the high energy, and me, I'm coming with my, it's very intense here.
Well, it's actually all part of it. As long as we share it, it's cool.
I hope you're doing great.
Me, I'm alone.
But it fits you very well because we can hear it just by your voice and everything we read and all that. So it's we feel like you're.
I think it was necessary at some point.
For sure.
To face those emotions, and also with I've been able also to to travel quite a bit for the record already, even though I wasn't ready to really to do any shows, because those emotions are so raw, it's so real, that it's very difficult for me to envision, to say, okay, well, am I ready to go on stage and to really, like, to not to recreate emotions, but to really lose myself into those emotions. So that's why the Jazz Fest would be very, very special, because I honestly don't know if I want to do it, you know, just to go on tour, or if I feel like doing it, or if it would be like possible for me to actually physically do it. So that's why it's very it's a funny place to be in, because you know, a lot of people are wondering, so are you coming to tour? And we get people like that want to book us, and me, I'm really like, okay, well, I need to take. This project took me like almost 3 years, if not more, to give life to, and I don't want to go on the fast track just for the sake of, you know,
for sure.
Whatever. So that's a little bit of the idea. And going to Iceland, we went to Iceland for a video that was awesome. So that all those little moments needs to be appreciated and to be like fully lived, and which I never allowed myself to do with the band before. So now it needs to, you know, I kind of slow down a lot. So it's easy. I love to be able, even though it's a fast train that I'm in with the band and everything we're doing, but I'm just happy that when you're able to slow the stream of the outside images, so you're able to discover so much that you never paid attention before. So that's pretty much what I'm in, and that's why the theme of the SFCC number 8 was of halos and shines, because I felt like, is it okay to talk about this?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the right place to do it.
I feel like I'm hijacking.
No, but
You can go ahead.
You're really the best one to explain that.
Okay, well, so when the thing is, you need to, in the midst of all your own personal darkness and confusion and everything that you might be stuck in, so you need to be able to see through that and to define your own lights and to define the way you want to see the world. And we're living in a very confusing era as well.
Definitely.
So for me, it was a way to express that we can create our own lights, that we are more than just like a clip. We are more than just a like. We are more than just like a selfie, and you know, even those worth dying for. So there's something more deeper than what's visible, in other words. So that's why I really wanted to explore that, and that's why I brought like the 3D idea as well, because there's so much, there's different dimension. You can see if you don't have those glasses, it looks blurry, it looks weird, and we're not used to it because now it's very fast, it's in your face. You know, you want your favorite artist to sell you like freaking frame to be beautiful, and you know, and jackets to look like fit and all that bullshit, and we're so used to that it's part of our lives. You know? It's part of our lifestyle. And so, but when you're taking the time, just to see differently, so then reality reveals itself in a complete different setting.
Yeah.
Different lighting, different shades, different colors. So different movements. So this is really what this year is about, and I think it was also the expression of what we're living in the band. You know, Seth released his own album. I released my own project. So it's like seeing your favorite enemies, and you've seen like your favorite enemies for so long. You're used to it. We're live. We're doing all those things. You know, from MySpace. We've been so accessible, so into it. We did so many mistakes, so many failures, but at the same time, we shared so many great things.
Yes.
Wonderful moments. People, we've been with people from high school, people that were like living very difficult moments, as much as people that were so enthusiastic to share their own moments of celebration. So we've been there for so long that sometimes it's just like the same voice, you know. It might sound like a fan at some point, you know. It's just like, okay, well, I love them. This is great, but they will probably, you know, they'll be around forever, and when you just like take those glasses and you can see, oh well, okay, well, so part of your favorite enemies is a guy called Seth, and so you hear his album and you can define a little bit of what he's bringing to the band, and then you've got Alex with his thing what he's doing, and then you can hear that as well in your favorite enemies. And of course, since we've been part of every of all those projects, so you can see like those little different elements, and then it makes sense. But you need to stop at one point and to pay attention. And even for me, you know, I wasn't paying much attention, you know, in the late years, because it's like a train going so fast. And when you stop, or at least the train will keep going very fast, but when you just like personally stop and you're just taking the personal commitment that as one together, we'll take the time to look around and just to appreciate those little elements that we're now taking for granted, and that's the whole thing. That's the whole idea that I had for the SFCC. So you can expect like more things like that, more music, more little moments like this, when we're just like going to stop. I don't know, for those who are like a little bit more familiar with the Matrix movies, you know, and then at one point, you know, for us, it's been like, you know, it's been like a revolution in a way, because when they were just like stopping the cameras, and then suddenly, and you've got that in video games now. It's very common when the outside action goes on, but you have the power to slow everything down, and then you can discover things, and then you have other abilities. You discover that, you know, you have other abilities, and that's the same thing with life. And because movies or video games or whatever it is are only like the extension of our desires, of our visions to be able to accomplish so many other things. And we do have the power, but we feel like we need so many other things to do it, or maybe we feel like we're not equipped to do that. So for us, that would be like a year where we'll be able just to kind of have that slow motion pace at some moment, like rehearsal. So then we're bringing people, and then like very personal insights. I will start a journal about everything about Windows in the Sky. So very in the very near future. So I don't know if it was announced or not, but anyway.
Now it is.
Here we are. And so you just pause for a moment, but everything. Actually, no, you're not pausing. There's the slow motion mode coming up, and then you're able to discover things. So that was the main idea about this. So
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
People are very happy to hear your voice.
You're welcome, guys.
Virginia keeps you busy.
See, that's what I can create when I'm myself in a position where I can just like slow everything down.
That's good.
That's amazing.
But you know what? There's Mathieu Patnaud. He said, "Thanks for sharing all that, Alex. That's part of our job, dealing with the emotions that it brings along. So thank you for being yourself, for being honest, for taking that moment. People are very happy to hear your voice and to hear you, and they're quite excited also to start the new year. So thank you very much."
Merci à tous ceux qui m'offrent ce privilège-là avec autant de générosité, parce que c'est ce que j'ai eu l'occasion de réaliser, bien que on sait tout ça, mais quand on réalise et qu'on prend le temps de pouvoir aller un peu plus lentement, c'est qu'on réalise à quel point les relations qu'on a avec les gens sont tellement significatives. C'est là qu'on réalise aussi la portée des mots, même bien qu'ils soient les plus simples au monde, la portée d'un geste, la portée d'une attention, juste d'une affection, un petit geste d'affection qui est offert sans qu'on ait le besoin de se sentir agressé ou de besoin de se sentir ou de se sentir un peu bousculé. Juste une petite tendresse comme ça. Puis je trouve que c'est ce qu'on se permet de faire, puis c'est ce qu'on se permet surtout de vivre et de partager par la suite.
Exact.
Donc je suis vraiment reconnaissant envers les gens qui me reçoivent de cette façon-là avec autant de générosité, parce que c'est ce qui fait toute la différence.
Wow, mais c'est vrai, tout à fait. C'est ce qui inspire beaucoup tout ce qu'on fait.
All right, so I went way overboard the time.
Sorry.
Allowed me in your pacing.
It's okay. It's about taking time. So
see, I slowed everything down.
that's great. That's the whole point of it.
That's the pace.
That's the whole point of it.
The problem with that would be for you guys to bring that to go fast pace after and to deal with those consequences. As me, I'm going back to watch you guys.
Drop a comment.
Manage it all.
Drop a few comments here and there.
So that concludes the show.
It's only for your benefit, guys.
Absolutely, and I
A
always.
little line just to make sure that you're, But again, who am I? I'm just someone watching you guys and enjoying the show.
Okay.
So,
Right on.
I'm just a fan.
Hi, that's
Yeah.
great.
So anyone else who wants to call, there's a number at the bottom of the screen.
Bottom of the screen.
Exactly. So are we? So what's going on with that contest? It feels like
we need more names.
There's names
Yeah, we need more names now.
Okay.
I haven't seen my name yet.
Well, you still have time to subscribe.
I'm sure that Seth put a lot of his in there.
And everybody home, it's your last chance to subscribe right now before the end of the show. So.
Elizabeth Bowman.
Oh, Elizabeth, right on. Wow.
Congratulations.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Miss you, Mom. So yeah, if you want to join and subscribe, it's the last chance now to get the chance to be on the roulette.
Oh, are you keeping me online?
Oh yeah, you're live, brother. You're live.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nadine Guillotine.
Félicitations, Nadine.
Félicitations, Nadine.
Bravo, Nadine.
Yes, we want to keep you on the line, Alex, as we're going to go ahead and introduce the packages of the year to everybody, which is a part I know you really, really like, as you take the time to think and craft and design everything that is part of the visuals of the package of each year. And for those of you who wouldn't know home, everything is crafted in-house in Your Favorite Enemies by the band members themselves. Everything is thought of, so yeah, so if you want to show, we're going to show a little bit of images on how everything has been crafted here. And maybe, Alex, also you want to talk a little bit about...
I felt like I talked a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all
but
right.
it's alright. You can.
You can jump in whenever, because... Yes, because I know it's a big part of what you like to do.
We're seeing the images now.
But the
Thank
package
you
is a
so
big
much.
part. Alex always likes to think about it and design everything and envision the visuals and how it's going to take life. And Miss Isabel has a big part to play also.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to work with Alex on crafting these amazing items, these gifts for the people of the SFCC. We actually design, we print, we do the sewing, and we do everything in the house here. So it's always a great challenge, and especially when Alex has some crazy ideas. And then it's like, yeah, sounds amazing. And then, okay, how do we do that? And so we, as you saw, the images. Teamwork, exactly.
Yeah. And I always love when people are telling me like
Beautiful.
oh, dude, I'm sorry, it's going to be impossible. And then I'm just like,
Let's do it.
I love, and then you love that word.
We can go even like deeper then.
Exactly. So so we can maybe show a little bit of the package.
Sure. How do we start, Mr.? Lead us. Lead the way.
Okay. First of all,
Beautiful
I think
presentation,
Alex was talking about.
Fast. Yeah.
Fast pace.
Fast.
Alex was talking about having a different vision on life. Well, these will help you guys to see differently for sure. Actually, we all have a different look with
Seth,
these.
you look amazing, Seth. You never looked that amazing.
Yeah, I was about to say that about you,
Already
man.
big enough.
I actually see correctly now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of halos and shine.
Yeah. So with these, and we have postcards that actually went with those glasses.
What's going on? Okay, I get
Yes,
it.
you can
Move
take
on
the
the way.
postcards and look at them, and it's really cool effects.
You're
So-
going to have different perspectives.
So you guys
on
with the
visuals.
old school package will be able to discover that. And of course the website and everything. There will be a lot of secrets going on with these glasses.
Because as part of the memberships, you have two options of packages, the old school and new school.
Yep.
As part of the old school package, we have, those postcards and the glasses.
Postcards,
where-
glasses. You also have an amazingly cool frame. You can show it, yeah. And it has, I don't know if the camera can
that's the
really
first one.
render it, but it's a translucent poster, kind of. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's very cool. Again,
Can we see it?
printed here.
Do you want to
Yeah.
see it? Yeah, sure.
No, I was wondering
Well,
if the people could
it's hard
see
on the
it.
Yes,
camera,
yes.
but
And again, it has a 3D dimension, so
Yes,
you can
very
have a
nice.
look at it. It can be either a frame that you put, show it closer.
yeah,
show
this
it
is the
closer.
first actually in the
Yeah, it's the first
Secret
time we do
Family.
something like
Yes,
that. That's
yeah.
very nice.
Very cool idea. And you also have a T-shirt, which
Yes.
is
The one I have
and
the
it's very
privilege
cool.
to wear today.
Everybody on the club, they wear their T-shirts at the concerts, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really a gathering effect. Really, that T-shirt, I think it's really cool. And from one year to another, you have a different T-shirt, so it's
Yeah.
very nice.
And also, everything is printed in house. So
Yep.
you designed it here, you print it here, and it's sent your way with a lot of care. And there's another part that we love about the package each year, as part of the old school package. As you can see on the back, we have the flags from the different years. So we also have one of this year
Yeah, with the theme of halos
that
and
you had the chance to
shines.
see.
Yeah. So a flag for this year again. Very nice. And Alex, your favorite, we have the badges,
Pins.
pins.
Never go without your badges.
Exactly. Well, we follow your theme. And also there is
Punk rock has been created around that idea.
It's so true. It's so true.
and there's also a iron-on patch, so you can apply it to your favorite outfit, your bags, or just as is. But it's a very cool thing.
It's a very amazing.
It
package.
was
a lot of stuff,
last year
a lot
we
of
had one
material.
for the
Yes.
first time, so we
So it's
kept
second
on
edition
going
of
with
the
this.
patch this year.
Yes.
So this is actually everything you can get as part of the
And
old
we
school.
went fast, but the glasses are
Yeah, the glasses are
cool because they're-
personalized.
Yeah, personalized. You got the band name on it,
Yeah. Well,
your favorite enemies,
And you'll have
and
to
you
keep
got the
them
fan
close.
club on
And,
the
and,
other
and
side.
honestly, ever since I'm wearing those glasses on
Yeah.
a daily basis, so I'm seeing life in a very, very good way.
you go to the store with
That's
it.
part of
you
the
do
that's
your
part of the
grocery
slowing
with it.
everything down.
Exactly.
Actually, if you see someone else with these glasses on, you know they're in a club.
It's around here, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool is enough.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're doing the right thing, Alex, because people will have to keep them close. Because yes, they can see different dimensions with their package, in their package, with their glasses. But also there's the online community, like Mr. Bell was saying, that you're gonna.
And you know what's very funny? When we had that idea and we were talking about it, as a band meeting, and after that, like maybe a day after, Seth came back, told us that he listened to his album with the glasses. So,
Different shades.
Like you've said, it's different perspective, brother.
I like
exactly.
that. I like this show. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, and actually, even the new school members will receive by mail the glasses and the badge.
And the card, so you can also
badge.
have because there are collectibles, we know that people love those postcards. Each year they're part of the package, so people keep them. There's been years where you were invited also to send them to people. So this year you can either frame them, you can look at them 3D, you can send them, and so it's a very...
Ce qui est vraiment cool aussi, c'est lorsque les gens vont dans un concert ou peu importe faire le marché, et lorsqu'ils voient quelqu'un d'autre avec les mêmes lunettes
C'est ça.
ils savent qu'ils sont dans le monde.
Dans le même club. Ça, c'est sûr et certain.
Ça crée de belles rencontres.
Il n'y a pas de doute. Si on rencontre quelqu'un d'autre avec ça sur le visage.
Que tu vois les gens, sont trois personnes à discuter dans une épicerie avec des lunettes.
Je veux une photo de ça.
C'est génial.
C'est vraiment une autre dimension. Qui sait, peut-être qu'on va voir des photos comme celle-là arriver prochainement.
Ce serait super, envoyez-nous vos photos.
Effectivement.
C'est quelque chose qu'on adore d'ailleurs quand les gens du club nous envoient les photos. C'est
On a vu des
un
photos
délice.
des drapeaux un petit peu partout à travers le monde.
Ouais.
Donc j'espère que nous allons voir plusieurs photos avec les gens qui
portent les
Déjà, il y a des
lunettes.
commentaires, les gens ils disent ça me rappelle, ça me rappelle les beaux souvenirs, c'est vraiment cool.
Mais-
C'est bien de ramener tout cet aspect.
I can wait for you guys. I can wait for you guys at home to send us like pictures with you wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I guess the challenge would be like for you to wear those glasses in the most unexpected places.
Yeah.
So don't go kill yourself
No.
over like a volcano or something, but just like,
For a selfie.
exactly.
We call this
Just funny places.
exploration.
That would be great.
Might be funny to drive with this.
So the challenge has been...
Challenge has been, it's out there. It's out there now.
Out there. Get ready to see pictures soon. And guys, your packages will be sent your way very soon.
Yeah.
Because Jeff will be leaving.
With Alex.
With Alex.
Yes.
They're the official postmen each year, so they're going to be shipping your packages very shortly. So
So you'll receive them rapidly.
We can't wait to see your pictures. So thanks for commenting also, guys, and we know you're very
What about
excited.
the contest?
Yes, more
Yes.
names.
More
names. We need to have more names. So bring, because people
More
kept on
t-shirts out
joining.
there, and
Seth is
during
angry
the
because
live.
he's saying,
More
what?
people to
So please join the names
Stop
for the
talking to me about the
contest.
contest, but first we need to wait. We need to bring the new names.
SFCC in a
the
different
glasses.
dimension.
Some people joined while we were talking, so it's
so-
just fair.
It's just for that
As
you're
we said
part
the whole
of it.
show for them to be in it. So shake it a little bit, make it right.
Oh yeah, I did it.
Because I'm watching you, brother.
Shake a shake.
Akiko Nikura.
Congrats, Akiko. Congratulations.
So now we're down to one last name.
The last name.
Last name.
Take your time. Take your time.
Already the last name.
Oh, so it's different.
Means that Seth doesn't know how to read it.
Yeah.
Christina Thompson.
Oh, Chris.
Chris.
My dear UK mom.
Congratulations. Wow,
Nice.
that's exciting. So now the wheel is.
It's not.
Oh, we're going to
still
add
have
more
plays.
names.
Still more.
We're
Still
gonna
more.
space.
Still more.
Can
Yeah,
go
I
ahead
thought you
and
wanted to leave some space on purpose.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I was like,
No.
that's new.
Fill it with names.
More names.
Nicole Fortier.
Oh, Nini.
Félicitations.
Félicitations, Nini.
Félicitations.
Donc, je vais pas faire freaker personne, mais moi, j'ai comme un peu de délai sur le live, donc si le gagnant était déjà... si le gagnant est déjà déterminé...
Félicitations.
Miyoko Ishizaka.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
That was the last name.
Wow.
So again, everyone that has a name on the wheel will have a chance to receive a special prize T-shirt designed especially for this contest today. So you're always spoiled in a very precise way. And now we're, I think it's really the moment.
Is
so
it?
You can go
We're there.
ahead. We're there.
Can I do it?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Do you have your glasses on?
Where are your glasses?
Touch the screen.
So Mr. Bell always had
the wing spinning.
All right,
the
guys.
honor.
So now is the
That's
time.
the moment of truth.
Are you guys ready?
No. Careful with your hair, huh?
Yeah, careful. Empty! What do we do?
We draw
What
another
do we do
name.
is we draw another name and we add the name to the
name.
empty space.
That's the fun part.
That's the
Wow, so
great part.
the contest just keeps going and going.
Charlotte Demidi.
There.
Charlotte de Mailly.
Ah,
Félicitations.
De May.
Félicitations,
De
C'est
Charlotte.
les lunettes, c'est les lunettes.
Félicitations.
C'est français, c'est les lunettes qui lui font parler comme ça.
ainsi que son héritage bien québécois.
Oui.
Take two. On the way.
Miyoko Ishizaka.
Congratulations,
Oh,
Miyoko.
congratulations. We're very
Congrats,
excited
Miyoko.
for you to
Congrats.
receive this
You should
special
show
gift.
Yeah.
what she's winning.
Oh, yeah.
It's off.
Because me, I can see like the wheel getting still spinning.
Yeah,
It's
you don't
probably
know.
my
You have a little bit of
my
a-
dial-up. It's my dial-up connection.
So Miyoko, this is yours.
Wow,
This is
congratulations.
Mandostang.
Congrats.
Awesome.
Will be sent your way and signed by all the band members.
Yes, we'll sign it for you.
So we're very happy for you.
Wow,
And,
that's very nice.
So that's one of the cool part also of the fan club. Each year you get to receive special prizes chosen by the band members and sent your way. And we also have another contest taking
Yeah,
place
it's not
this
only
fall.
one contest a year, there's
No,
more
no,
prizes
there are many prizes
all
all
year
year
long.
long, and so
I gotta
keep
go
the next
down.
one
One.
going. The next one, you're not ready for this.
Are you ready? Look at this.
Now look.
What is this?
It is me.
So for the next contest,
Wow.
It's a skate deck, so you can actually
Yeah.
use
So
it
next round, next
Skate-
fall,
Skateboard
Yeah.
deck.
this will be the next.
Show the other side, it's very cool too. It's just
Yeah, we
very
love your Facebook.
nice. If you skateboard, it's awesome. If you don't, it's a great decoration. And
Yes.
it comes with something to
but
mount
you
it on
can
the wall.
try.
It's really nice.
So
Yeah, very
again,
cool.
it's offered
And-
by
and
all the
it's
band
very,
members.
It's very, you know
Wow.
what? It's very for those at home saying, oh yeah, skateboarding it's so difficult. So that's why we
There's no wheels.
We help you guys because there's no wheels.
So you can just stand on
Is
it
it a
and pretend you're
snowboard
cool.
then?
It's living room skateboarding.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good on Instagram.
And so it's like
Awesome.
there's no neck on this. Like
But this is very cool. Congrats on the.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
So this
Amazing.
contest is
Amazing
going to
thing.
be taking place this fall. So it's another great reason why you
join
want to, you want to join in and be a part of it. And as you can see, it's personalized.
Yeah, there's the band name here. Thanks, Steph.
yeah, no
Yes.
problem, brother. Huh?
It can be
The
used as a
good
discipline,
representation.
I like your style. Definitely
Awesome.
amazing.
this
So
is
join the
just-
club, guys.
Yes, this is just a glimpse of the frenzy, the moment that we had the chance to share life together and all of us joining, Alex joining from afar. That's really the spirit of the band and what they want to extend with you.
Guys, I don't know if it would be appropriate, but I do know what's the big contest for next year,
Oh,
for this upcoming year. So I don't know if it would be appropriate to drop that.
Can you
here.
text it to me before?
spoiler alert!
Can you text?
I have my phone here. I can get a text from you.
So anyone who wants to know, drop me a line.
Oh.
You might receive a lot of messages and chats. And first of all,
For me first.
Yeah, the first one will be Jeff.
I'll be the first. I already texted you.
well, I know people
You'll
will
be
be.
involved, Jeff, somehow. Don't worry.
Thank you very much.
That's good.
Donc Alex vient de dire pour si vous voulez savoir quel sera le gros concours,
Prix,
le Grand
prochain
Prix
concours.
SFCC, vous pouvez lui
lui écrire
écrire. Il va vous le partager. Donc
Donc Jeff
ne
sera le
tardez-
premier à
voilà.
lui
Ça va-
écrire.
C'est déjà fait. C'est déjà fait.
Il n'y a pas de plaisir sans partage. Hein.
C'est
C'est
déjà
vrai.
Non.
Tout à fait.
Donc, le secret n'a pas tout été...
C'est quelque chose que Seth devrait appliquer dans sa vie.
Oh.
Oui, tout à fait.
Plus
Tout à fait.
Mais bon.
Plus souvent, mais bon. C'est pour ça qu'on fait les galas.
C'est encore une ligne éditoriale. Ouais, c'est ça, on lave
Ouais.
notre linge sale.
Oui, c'est bien.
On a parlé du fait d'être honnête et que c'était
Ben voilà.
la plus belle chose. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining today. We want to invite you to stop by the online community of the Secret Family Call Club.
Open house.
There's
Open
an
house,
open house
3 days.
taking place right now
Yeah.
until May 7th at midnight. So you have the chance to go around and explore everything we've been talking about here this morning. So you can go and read the blogs and read the different sections and watch the videos. And also tomorrow, there's going to be a live event taking place at 5 p.m. Eastern Time where you can come and join the band live again as they're getting ready to ship your packages.
Yeah, we want to show you how we do it, the signatures and everything. It's such a yearly tradition, so we're very
Yes, it
proud
is.
to. Because all the packages that we're about to send are all personalized, and there's post-its with different colors from every band members, a nice word personally to use. So this is a thing we like to do every year. So
Yes.
it's about to leave.
That will be reaching you soon. And
Yeah.
also, on the last day of the open house, you will have the chance to read the very new Out for a Spin blog by Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
As
We're going to learn a lot of things, I'm
We're
sure.
going to learn a lot of things.
I already dropped it in the chat or like.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Fast past.
Fast.
Yeah.
So that's
It's actually
cool.
fast paced, but
Yeah, okay.
We should do a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Fast
For
pass.
Seth, yeah.
Fast pass.
Fast.
So I want to take a moment to say it in French also for everybody to know about this great event this weekend. Mais ce week-end, on vous invite à venir découvrir la communauté en ligne du SFCC, le Secret Family Call Club. Vous allez pouvoir aller sur la plateforme. C'est rendu public pour tout le monde. Donc, c'est le temps pour vous d'aller explorer tout ce qu'on vient de vous présenter aujourd'hui, des blogs, aux vidéos, aux entrevues. Donc, sentez-vous libre d'aller visiter. Puis d'inviter des gens aussi, si vous êtes des membres de la communauté, que vous voulez que vos amis découvrent c'est quoi le SFC quand vous leur en parlez, c'est quoi Your Favorite Enemies. Donc, prenez le temps d'inviter les gens à venir voir. Demain aussi, il va y avoir un événement en direct encore à 5 heures, l'heure du Québec, pour que vous ayez la chance de vous joindre aux membres du groupe pendant qu'ils préparent vos packages, qu'ils les envoient. Donc, c'est tout le temps un moment particulier pour eux. Ils prennent le temps d'écrire des notes personnalisées aussi. Donc, vous allez pouvoir faire partie du moment. Puis, le 7 mai, qui est la dernière journée du Open House, il y a le nouveau blog Out for a Spin d'Alex qui va être publié. Donc, comme on vous disait plus tôt, c'est vraiment... ça vaut l'arrêt, ça vaut le détour. Il faut que vous veniez lire ces blogs-là qui vous en dévoilent plus sur des moments qu'Alex a vécu en musique. Je ne vais pas voler le punch sur ce qu'il a préparé. J'ai eu la chance de découvrir, mais vous allez voir, ça vaut vraiment la peine de venir lire ce qu'il y a à vous partager. Donc, Open House tout le week-end. Ça commence dès maintenant. Vous pouvez aller sur le site web Secret Family Call Club pour découvrir tout ce que la communauté représente. Alors, on vous remercie à tous de vous être joints aujourd'hui. On vous invite à venir aussi cet été pour le grand week-end qu'on prépare pour l'événement
Tout
qui
un
entoure
week-end.
oui,
Ah ouais, ça va être
le
assez fou,
concert de l'album d'Alex, Windows in the Sky. Il faut que vous soyez du moment, ça va être vraiment unique.
Join us
Yes,
in
so-
July.
Join us in July in Montreal. We want to have you being a part of the moment. And there's a whole YFE weekend planned. Some details have been unveiled. We have more to tell you about it as well. So we want you to be a part of it. So we hope to see you this summer.
Nice.
And thank you for being with
Yeah,
us
thanks for
all
joining
these
today.
years
Yeah,
and for
thanks a
joining
lot.
the new ones. Thank you so much for being
Oh,
a
that's my
part
pleasure,
of the
guys. It's been a blessing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex, as well. Thank you, Alex, for all these years.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, you too.
I think you're still wearing your glasses, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm hearing like strange voices.
Okay.
So thank you very much, guys,
Congrats
for
again,
joining
Nicole.
today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So soon.
Congrats, guys. So we'll see you very, very soon.
See you
Yes.
soon.
See you soon.
Love you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.